Due to ISO and not a lot to do, I thought I'd do a video on why I take a wide grip on the bench press. So for me personally, I take the widest grip that I can in comp. And my mythology behind that is I look at the surface area of the chest versus the triceps. I've got far more room, on the chest anteriorly than I do on the posterior side of the humerus to grow a bigger muscle. So from, a mass standpoint, I'm going to go with the biggest muscle group to predominantly make that the prime mover. Also, when you take the widest grip you can, you significantly, depending on the individual, it may not be as significant, but you cut down your range of motion. And then when you pull your shoulder blades back, your chest is sitting in a higher position again, so it puts your triceps, for me, in a more advantageous position to press. And then I can sort of load more stress through the chest, and therefore, just grow a bigger chest because it has to do the majority of the work. Versus if you take a really narrow grip, your humerus is going to be, tracking quite close to your body. You're going to be dumping a lot of weight and force predominantly through your shoulders and triceps. You've got hardly any adduction. So pecs, they're going to work to try and adduct, your humerus back towards the main line of your body, but it's nowhere near as significant as taking that far wider grip. And that's pretty much it for me. I'd rather also save my shoulders and triceps and not run into any problems, later on. I mean, you look at doing heavy skull crushes and, you do that for a period of time and you'll find how much your elbows love you. I can tell you it's not going to be a lot. So the same sort of concept is going to hold true to bench press as well. Also, taking the wider grip and just being able to squeeze the bar and really engage your triceps when you need them, I find is a big, advantage. And I find it very comfortable on my wrists just to take that wider grip, lock my scapula into place. I don't pull them back and down. I just pull my scapula back together because for me, I find I only really need to keep my scapula stable while pressing versus, my arms are so far out with the wide grip that I can't really tuck into my lats. I mean, my elbows, and humerus, I'm not dragging them past the side of my body to touch into my lat. Similar concept, like if you have bigger biceps and you're bringing the bar down, you can feel your forearm, and bicep merge into one. So, I'm bringing my arm down at the moment, forearms compact into biceps, so I get a natural spring off the chest. Same concept holds true with lats as well if you take a narrow grip, but, taking a narrow grip, I'd rather cut the range of motion out, and I'm going to get bigger numbers that way, and I just find it's healthier for my shoulders. There are going to be differences from individual to individual. Some people are just, not going to be structurally sound individuals, and they're going to find it really difficult to build a lot of mass, throughout their chest and shoulders. So if they're, that way inclined, maybe then taking a narrow grip for that individual is going to help them more with their lift. At the end of the day, a lot of things come down to your individual biomechanics, and then on top of that, genetics as well. Some people can grow, triceps and shoulders really, really easily. So using that then as your strength for benching is going to make sense. Other people, pecs grow ridiculously quick and they can cut a significant range of motion off their bench. So therefore taking a wide grip for them is going to make a lot of sense. I'd probably say, play around with your grip and find what works for you. But I think for a majority of guys that have been training for a period of time, taking a wider grip makes far more sense. There's going to be some other factors down the line which can interfere with that, but that's a video for another time.